Hi everyone!
Hello!
So I've got Mr Smelly and we're going to talk about Christmas.
Merry Christmas everybody.
Merry Christmas everyone.
Cheers.
Oh yes, cheers. What's our drink of the night?
Mine is Tiskay Polish Lager and yours is?
Vodka and Diet Coke, Russian vodka, American Diet Coke.
Lovely.
Cheers guys, it's Christmas Eve. Looking
Season's
forward to Christmas.
greetings to everyone watching.
So we're going to talk about Christmas fragrances. Any fragrance that we think reminds us of Christmas in some way.
Yes.
No rules. Rules out.
Whatever reason, yeah.
So you start.
Me first.
Yes, you first.
Right.
Show me a Christmas frag.
Number one, I guess we'll get some strips and spray them, right?
I love stripping.
Yes, so you've heard. Rakbar Latafa, one of the ultimate cheapies, this one. So this one is supposed to smell a lot like 24 Gold by Scent Story, but it's very, very similar, but I think it's just got a little bit more lightness, a little bit more wearable. Absolutely amazing. It's Incense Vanilla. It's supposed to have a note of sugar. What does sugar smell like? No idea, but somehow when you smell it, yes it does. It's supposed to be oud in there, but I don't get a lot of that.
Oud I find
just really
like, it's actually quite light in there, so if I hate
it's just
oud,
so sweet.
but this
exotic,
okay.
wearable. To me, I got this for £10 in the UK and it smells like a niche fragrance. I love it.
It's definitely niche.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
For £10.
The opening I don't completely love, but we experimented the other night, didn't we?
Yep.
And in the dry down, it's actually really nice, and I can see why you think Christmas with it. It's kind of like warm and
it's very
cozy
rich and opulent, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So
like,
for £10
for a cheapie, it's really good.
Or similar prices around the world, I think I actually really prefer it to 24 Gold.
I have tried
similarity.
24 Gold. I think the oud is a bit more pronounced in 24 Gold.
I don't get oud in this. I get sugary vanilla and incense and exoticism, but really wearable. So yeah, Rakbar Latafa, we do.
Okay,
Claire.
my turn. Okay, I'm going to go with Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. The reason I include this in my Christmas scents, shall we spray it on a little bit of paper?
Yeah, we're spraying them all, yeah.
So,
oh God, it's beautiful.
I get incense. Incense, even though I'm not religious and my family, I'm not been brought up with incense. Incense does give me a bit of a Christmassy feel because I imagine that there are a lot of religions that enjoy incense at those particular times.
Yeah, it tends to be a church. It can be a church-y type smell. Yeah.
This has got incense, but it's also got pencil sharpenings.
Really?
No, do you not get that?
I
really get that. And rose and spices. Nope. I think for me, Christmas is about spices.
Okay, right.
Most of my fragrances are either about spices or they're very gourmand, chocolatey kind of rich.
Uh-huh.
And that for me is like roses, spices, incense.
It's absolutely lovely, yeah.
I wore it the other night. It goes on and on and on. It really lasts. It's amazing. Yeah. It's about £100 for 100 mils. I think that's okay.
It's one of the more expensive Jo Malones, isn't it? Because the black bottles are a bit more money, right?
They're more cologne intense. So it's not an eau de
more
cologne.
Like eau de parfum.
I get eau de parfum performance from it, and I think it's really good.
Very beautiful. No, I really like that.
I like it. The spices evoke something a little bit Christmassy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely Christmas appropriate. Yeah. Festive, yes.
Your turn.
Next up for me, I'm going to go with Bentley for Men Intense. One that Claire is not sure about. Claire does not like heavy patchouli.
I'm not sure about this one.
Oh right, you are sure?
I'm sure.
You're sure that you don't?
I'm quite sure that I don't really like it. No, I don't like the opening. I'm okay after the first hour. The opening, it's got too much patchouli in it for me. It's a little bit harsh.
It's quite heavy in patchouli.
Very boozy. And yeah.
Yeah, okay. Didn't stop me wearing it a couple of times recently though. So it opens up with a burst of rum and there's patchouli, leather, I think there's some vanilla and incense. So it's really quite rich, quite masculine and it's quite heavy going but really beautiful, and to me again it smells niche quality but the price is not too bad. Oh, it really is just seductive and just gives you loads of big stuff. You know, if you're bored of fragrance,
we like big stuff.
Yeah, so I've heard. So I would, yeah, I want something that's going to wow me sometimes, and especially when the weather's cold and it's appropriate to wear a strong scent. That
Definitely
one just
good,
does it.
yeah.
It might annoy people. Some people might say, "Oh God, that's a bit overpowering," or trying too hard. I think you said, didn't you? Well, better to try too hard than not hard
try
enough.
At all.
That's the story of my. The title of my autobiography, I think. So I really like Bentley Intense, but yes, it's not necessarily for everyone.
But
at least it's got stuff going on.
It's individual.
Have that. It's like bang, wallop.
There's my balls in your face.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that thought, Claire. Yeah.
So exactly. My turn.
Your turn.
Right. Let's do this. This is what I'm wearing tonight. Not sure if you can see it. It's called Ambra del Nepal. It's from oh God, what's it called even?
Ambra
it's
del
Ambra
Nepal. Acqua Mirabile Odorosa. We'll try and print up on the screen maybe.
It's an Italian company. No. The name is not on the label.
Let me see if I can make it showable on the screen.
I think it's called Perfumey del I'm pretty sure it's just come back to me.
Now you can read it.
Perfumey del Firenze.
Yes.
Italian company. They make some really nice individual niche fragrances. They're all handmade, small batches. This was a Secret Santa gift last year now, from the lovely Elaine.
I really love this, Claire.
You love it, don't you?
So beautiful. Yeah, I want it.
It's dry and spicy and incensey and sweet and amber. It lasts really, really well. If you like things like you like Amber Sultan from Serge Lutens, it's like a little bit like Mitzar from Dior, which is discontinued. It's in that kind of vein, that dry, sweet, spicy, very Christmassy, I think. I'm wearing it now.
Yeah, you've
I've had it now for a few hours on my skin.
You've been projecting some real good smell.
It's beautiful. Yeah. It's really beautiful. Totally unisex, don't you think?
Yep, 110% unisex. Anyone can wear that. It just smells great.
Feminine.
Most smells are unisex. There's only a minority that are really one way or the other, and this is totally unisex.
Yeah, 100%. Beautiful, isn't it? Like kind of a bit gourmand, a bit foodie.
Yeah.
Evocative of.
But in the gourmand, it's in the end of gourmand that the people who don't love mainly gourmands still love, like me.
It's not cloying.
No.
Or thick or syrupy.
Classy.
It just kind of slightly reminds you of, imagine if you're trying to make biscuits with nutmeg and ginger and lovely spices and stuff.
Yeah, stunning.
But not, Beautiful. Your turn, go on.
Right, next up. As anyone who knows me knows, I can rarely get through a video without mentioning Creed fragrances. So I'm going with Royal Oud by Creed, which is, I guess the royal thing seems a bit Christmas, or
this is our royal message.
Yes, I suppose it sort of seems appropriate for Christmas. You would go for something rich and expensive. Royal Oud by Creed then costs a bit more than even Aventus and stuff. The oud note is really not very noticeable. It's a very fresh oud, if there is any. Cedarwood and sandalwood. Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely stunning. How do we describe that, Claire?
To me, it's a rich and syrupy citrus. So it's like a citrus, which you would expect in a summer fresh fragrance. But they've kind of almost made a citrus cake. They've like built this.
It's quite
thick citrus.
Brilliant, this one, isn't it? You talk about Aventus as being the ultimate Creed, but this. I think for perfume aficionados, a lot of people would smell that and say that is.
If you like niche, if you prefer your fragrances niche, then I would probably choose this over Aventus. But there's a backbone to it that's a little bit.
It's got pink peppercorns, I think. Dark. It's got. Is it galbanum or labdanum?
Yeah, I can maybe tell that there's a little bit of galbanum. Galbanum's that green kind of. But I don't like a lot of galbanum in a fragrance, and this. Although I can tell there's.
It's also got brilliant cedarwood and sandalwood. The woodiness is really good.
Which gives it the freshness, but there is still that thick kind
but
of.
somehow
strong.
it's one of the creeds that really fits the winter time of year because it's got a little bit of heaviness. It's still fresh, but it's got a lot of woodiness and a sort of spicy feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And brilliant. So Royal Oud, and you're not a big creed head, are you?
Not a big
but
creed
this
fan,
is one of the used to be one of your top creeds, wouldn't it?
Creeds,
that you have respect for. So what next from you, Claire?
Next from me, let's go for this little fucker here, and that is Le Maroc pour Elle from Andy Tower. I've had this for a little while. Beautiful bottle. And the reason I find it Christmassy is because it is rich. It's so rich. And
yes,
it's got incense in it, which makes me feel Christmassy.
Fire away.
Look at the colour of that straight away.
Yeah, well, you may not see it on there, but you really, you've got...
Like orange. Or
saturated the paper.
It's got jasmine and rose and incense and a ton of spices. In the dry down, you get a beautiful vetiver that sings off your skin. It's amazing.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's crazy strong. It is, although it is eau de parfum according to here, Mr Tower has confirmed it is pretty much extract strength. It gives you extract performance. Yeah. I get 12 hours bare minimum, like 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. Beautiful. This stuff is nuclear, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
I think it's unisex.
Yeah.
I would wear that. I know it's made for the women, but...
and the incense, it makes it...
It's heaven. I've never smelled the man's version of L'air de Desert Moroccan, but that makes me want to smell it. But to be honest, if someone said that was it, I'd say, yeah, brilliant. I totally get it, and
but this is more sweet. I smelled L'air de Desert.
Oh right.
This is a lot more sweet because it's got the jasmine and the rose.
I'd wear that all day long.
And you literally would. You wouldn't have a choice once you sprayed it.
Oh, well, yeah.
You've committed.
No, it's beautiful.
And
Claire's
the changeability of this stuff, it's amazing. Like it starts like this, and then it works.
It's complex, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very complex, which I love. But for me, it's perfect. Like Christmas.
You've worn that.
It's night out kind of fragrance, but
brilliant.
Super rich.
Cold weather fragrance, stunning.
Great.
Love
Your
it.
turn.
Right, my turn next. Oh, what am I going for? Okay, it's going to be Naxos by Xerjoff,
yes.
which is my scent of the night. Yes. So what do you... Well, I'll just get it off my skin. I've just got a decant. Claire's got a bottle, but yeah, Naxos by Xerjoff.
This is my #1 favourite fragrance.
How do we describe it? Where do we begin?
Okay.
It is good.
Sweet, honey... spices, tobacco, rich, goes on and on and on and on. It's beautiful and sexy.
Yes.
On a man or a woman.
It really is.
I love
just.
Is it gourmand? Do you agree? It's a gourmand.
Just, but not. It's more than a gourmand, isn't it? Because the tobacco. I mean, tobacco is not gourmand, is it? It's got one of the best tobacco. I think it's the best tobacco fragrance in the world to me. Because it's the freshest tobacco leaves, and it's got a bit of lemon, and I think bergamot in the openings. It's got a certain freshness.
Beautiful, give it freshness. It's such a well balanced fragrance that you can wear that in the summer, the winter, and anywhere in between.
You could actually wear it all year round. It could be a signature. It's cinnamon, honey. Is it cashmere? And not sure what that is, but whenever I see that note in a fragrance, it smells really good. It's the kind of, people call it the niche version of Pure Havane by Thierry Mugler. And there's a passing similarity, but you don't...
Pure Havane can fuck off, and Naxos can take over the world.
Terry.
Sorry,
Terry Mugler, I am really sorry that she said that.
Sorry, Tessa, mate.
No, that wasn't called for. Yeah, it's in a different league. It is in a different league. It's stunning. It's really, really, really good. Yeah, whenever you wear it, the projection is massive, and I'm wearing it tonight, and you've got some great wafts.
I absolutely love it.
It's a really stunning creation from Xerjoff, and I would highly recommend people to check that one out. It's lovely and really Christmassy because it's the cinnamon and the sweetness and the tobacco.
Yeah.
But yet it's not sort of cloying.
No.
There's a freshness. There's a little bit of freshness in there. Yeah. But it's still good for winter. So over to you.
Right. Okay. I think we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, quickly.
I've got 2 more actually. Right, I'm going to do.
Get on with it.
This one. Oh, sorry. This is by the Fireplace. Just got this decan from Maison Martin Margiela.
By the Fireplace. Maison Martin Margiela replica series.
Yeah. So.
Ooh.
I wore this just the other day. I got compliments as well.
Smoky.
Really
the word that comes to mind is smoky.
But sweet. It's almost like you're toasting marshmallows upon the open fire.
Yep.
But there's more to it. I feel like there's a bit of rose in there, and it's very gourmand, but it's
really
not
smoky.
It's not thick.
Really smoky.
It's quite a freshness to it, isn't it?
It's well balanced. It's nice.
You can imagine if you're going for a walk in the cold weather. You know, say you decide to go for a Boxing Day, clear the cobwebs walk. You know, like say you're at the coast and you go for a walk in the cold weather, you'd be wearing this because it's going to give you some warmth.
It smells almost like the smell if you sat by a bonfire and your jumper has absorbed the smell of the smoke to some extent, which it could be a bad thing, but in a good way.
I love it. I really
It's brilliant.
love it.
Totally
it's got
smoky
a good bit of sweetness, but it's not too sweet. And
it's a great fragrance.
Yeah. And it really lasts well. I wore it to work the other day.
It does what it says on the tin.
And it literally took me from I sprayed it at home, so that was like 7:30, and then I didn't get in till 6ish in the evening, and it was still going strong. And even when I went for the shower, it was as I was cleaning myself, I could smell the fragrance. So it's really, really good strength for that. And I think it's only eau de toilette. So
it's classy.
I love it, and it's
good line,
kind
that
of
replica
really,
line.
really nice. I like it, and the bottles are beautiful. Kind of wouldn't mind a bottle of that actually. They've got this fabric label on them, which is really
very
cool.
Nice.
Very
nice bottles.
Apothecary kind of bottle.
Brilliant.
Right, your turn. Come.
Right, last one from me is gonna be Lolita Lempica Midnight Masculine. So there's Lolita or Masculine, and this is the Midnight Flanker or something, okay? And the thing you get with this one is licorice. It smells of licorice and vetiver and woodiness. Supposedly oud is in the notes, but I never really pick up on that, and I don't think it's really noticeable. Claire doesn't like oud, so she'll be happy to hear that. Brilliant licorice note. I'm not really into eating licorice, but love the way they've done the smell of it in this one. Brilliant fragrance, not too expensive if you can still get it online. I don't know if it's discontinued, but brilliant bottle. I love it, and it's just because it's got that darkness, that licorice feel, and the woodiness.
It's very rich.
It's good for Christmas or Halloween.
It does make you think
all
about
that stuff.
It almost gives me a barbershop feel. Like it reminds me of sartorial a little bit.
I always said there was a bit of a barbershop lavender feel in the dry down.
But
so if you like a bit of lamau,
dark and sexual,
but it's got a dark sexual mix in there. So if you're into that kind of thing, you might enjoy that. And I really love it. Brilliant. Good performance as well.
If your sexuality leans a bit dark,
yes,
you might like this.
Exactly, Claire. Thank you.
How is, because I feel like, I don't know, because
that's nice, man. I really want to go back to that. I really want to go back.
Expecting it not to be the best performer. So, what do you think? Like,
decent.
Is it all right?
So far, decent. Good. Not beast mode. Good.
But it lasts long enough.
Yeah. Those kind of smells, licorice and wood.
They do cling to you generally, don't
it's
they?
good. It will perform.
Cool. Right. Well, so final one.
Wrap it up.
Let's go for this. Oh, no. Let's go for my Christmas. I've already mentioned this before in another video, but this is what I'm wearing tomorrow, Christmas Day. It's called Shazam. It's by 4160 Tuesdays.
Wham bam Shazam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Exactly.
So let's spray this fucker on a bit of paper.
I beg your pardon, Claire.
Sorry.
I thought maybe we could try to upgrade the content, no? Oh my God, it's lovely. What am I smelling there? What on earth am I smelling there? It's beautiful.
For me, I get mulled wine.
Ah, mulled wine.
I don't think that's the official note. In fact,
better than any mulled wine I ever smelled.
It's
way above
cloves. There's the kind of things you get.
Okay.
Those spices that you get in mulled wine.
It's bloody beautiful.
Amber.
Beautiful smell.
It's an oriental fragrance. It's vanilla, but the vanilla to me is not very pronounced.
Delicious.
Oh, there's a freshness, isn't there? Like not lemon, but something in the vein of lemon. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Something that really lifts
the
whole thing up.
Yeah.
For me, this is Christmas in a bottle, because it does smell like mulled wine. I can just picture a big picture of hot wine with loads of spices and fruits, like dried fruits floating around. In
it's really quite a beautiful fragrance, actually. Yeah, I must say.
I love it. It doesn't get a lot of love, like people don't know about it, but
that's lovely.
They really should. Beautiful.
Right.
So I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And
so let us know what you've been wearing over the festive period.
Yes, and what are your Christmas? What evokes Christmas for you, or the holidays? If you don't celebrate Christmas, doesn't matter.
And I'm gonna swing one in here that's not Christmas related. Chanel, a gentleman's cologne. Nothing to do with Christmas really in the smell, but I'm just really happy I got it this week, and it is an old 60s fragrance, and it's the 60s version of Chanel Pour Monsieur. Pour Monsieur, sorry, excuse me, forgive me. And it's rich, isn't it? It's a very rich, citrusy, chypre fragrance.
It's got a very great lemon opening.
So that I am going to wear, and look at that, the lid is all kind of messed up. That shows it's old.
He likes his old school retro.
I like it to be old, and look, it's got all yellow in the cardboard. Brilliant.
Oh, he loves that.
To me, that's Christmassy because it's nostalgic.
Yeah, anyway. And we love a bit of nostalgia. Anyway, thanks for watching.
We hope you're all having a great Christmas.
Have a fabulous Christmas, holidays,
and
stuff. And we'll catch you on the other side.
We will.
In New Year's.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.